we specifically did not give the drift globe to the one person who's skilled in Arcana. So we're like, I don't know, Thistle. Do you know what this does?
Oh yeah.
Like, and I'm like, me, let me try, let me look.
Yeah, so now Cliff has the sword gauntlet, and I have the globe.
Which totally makes sense. I will tell you guys, the fact that the globe was able to cast daylight like just by accident like that is
it's probably not a good thing.
No, that's an indicator that the Dragonborn had it queued up and ready to go.
Oh.
So clearly he genuinely believed that Mona was a vampire. Because he, like, had an orb that can cast daylight, which would, screw up a vampire, like, primed and ready to, like... It's like the safety off on a gun, basically.
Yes, but then we learned from our garlic bread test that she is not
and also
a vampire.
Magical paladin senses, but more importantly, the garlic bread.
The garlic bread test is the real test. I was hoping to keep the mystery running a little longer, but you guys did successfully verify that she's not a vampire. At least not any sort of traditional vampire.
She is very skilled at pretending she is not.
We
the
don't ask
Dragonborn
questions.
thought. They're like, she's a vampire, but she's walking around in sunlight. She's a very high level vampire who has conquered sunlight.
No, it's...
It has SPF 100,000.
I was going to say, didn't you see Blade? You just put on sunscreen.
There you go.
That's fine. So, to recap where we were, you guys were headed towards the cemetery. Is the map up?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we were specifically trying to avoid the cemetery.
I'm sorry, headed past. I meant to say past. You guys were headed past the cemetery. I suggested that you guys just cut through the cemetery because it would be faster. And you guys seem to think, for some reason, that the cemetery would be unsafe on a night where the dead walk. I think you guys are a bunch of wimps. So
You had to make a new map because we just went down the big street.
I did it. This is the same map. I actually added those zombies in today just because I thought it would be funny. I had little zombie icons. I just want to make sure you guys got to see them.
That is cool.
Mm-hmm. They look like mummies to me. But okay.
They got little flies around them.
Oh, okay. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha. Okay.
All right. So you guys had made it up here to the Coffin March, which isn't ominous or, foreboding at all. And then you guys brilliantly set off a huge flash of light that made everything as bright as day for a couple seconds. And you had previously just heard a moaning sound coming from the direction of the... Not a good moaning sound, but like a zombie.
Is it for
And that was before the flash of
a
light.
couple of seconds, or is it lasting for the full hour?
It was just for a couple seconds.
Okay.
Does the text say it lasts for the full hour?
Yeah.
Would you like-
It is 60 feet and 1 hour.
Well, this was 2 seconds and it was a lot farther than 60 feet. You guys just lit up like 3 city blocks.
Well, it's 100. It's bright light for 60 feet and dim light for an additional 60 feet.
This was farther than that. Maybe if whoever used it knew how to use it correctly, it would have done it like it says in the manual. I mean,
It's been enhanced with...
maybe
Nobody
if you men read the manual once in a while. What's that?
Cliff will never know.
It's true. That's very true.
All right, so what do the people around us do after the flash of light goes off?
Well, the only other person there is Mona, and she looks like she'd like to get a move on.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, so you guys just want to continue to move at a normal pace?
I
Leisurely
go for
through the main road?
accelerated pace,
Through the main road here?
Accelerated.
given the spectacle we just made.
Accelerated, but kind of in the shadows.
All right, so like a trot.
Well,
Yeah, and I
like,
think we
vote,
were.
vote nothing. All right.
I'm gonna ask.
Let's-
Can I hop on
alright,
top
so-
of the roofs? Like
Yes.
climb up the side and
Oh,
hop
yeah.
on top of the roof?
Oh yeah.
I would like
That's
to
what I'm gonna
discuss
do.
Okay.
with the horse
Yeah.
the possibility of. Oh,
Here I am, middle of the night. Most dangerous night of the year. Even horses know that. There's zombies coming around. There's mummies,
Yeah,
probably.
let's pick up the pace. I'm like, vote nothing. Let's just go faster. Man, I feel like you desire the lack of undead as much as we do.
That's why I like to be in my stall, you know. There weren't any zombies in there. Just oats. The other horses were jerks, but I mean,
what would you like? What is your favorite treat?
not even. Oh, sure.
Good
Just
theories.
I'm a common animal, right? All I care about's food.
Okay,
That's the only thing a horse could possibly want.
if we make it through the end of this,
I can't have secret hopes and dreams, right? Because I'm just a stupid horse. Is that what you're trying to
Found the
say?
one horse that wants to be a baker.
I feel like we
Racist.
can discuss this again once we've gotten to our location.
You brought it up,
We
but
can
now
continue
you're not
this
even going to ask.
conversation.
Typical.
Ask his hopes and dreams, Jared.
Okay,
What
well,
are
no,
they?
I guess the question is, are we actually moving at a faster pace?
Not he's standing still to tell you this.
Oh, no, yeah, just like, yeah, I mean, like, perhaps you can wax long about your hopes and dreams.
Talking doesn't seem to do the trick. You have to give him a, yeehaw to get him moving again.
A nice little slap on the
Yeah.
rear.
Now,
I prefer talking. I'll sit here and talk until he moves.
While everyone else is
Someone else
busy
might be
trying
more
to bribe the
practical.
horse, Thistle's going to move slowly north.
okay.
Not too far, but he's going to get 4 or 5 paces ahead of everyone. Just
This-
kind of take the vanguard position.
This is not a problem.
I also am kind of looking down too, because remember the entire reason I'm riding the horse is because I'm not using my own eyes at the moment.
Oh, that's right. I do want to say, by the way, you guys aren't in any particular order here. I just kind of lumped y'all. I did put Yinmu and Mona together because they're on the horse together, but everybody else is just kind of haphazardly stuck there, so there's no rhyme or reason to that. All right, so just to make it clear, when you do as back to Yinmu and the horse, issuing him commands and reminding him that you're a human seems to work and get him to just do it, if nothing else, out of habit. But
Well,
when you
that's-
lower yourself to his level and he treats you like an equal, like he wouldn't move for another horse.
Yeah. Well, and that's the trap we're in right now. That's the trap of being a druid.
Okay. So you mentioned his hopes and dreams, and he's like, you'd laugh.
I mean, I promise I will not.
You're gonna laugh. Everybody laughs.
I promise I will attempt to not laugh.
I want to be a Pegasus.
That seems like a noteworthy dream.
That's beautiful.
I want to just soar above the heavens. He looks longingly up at the dark, starless sky. Just to soar above the heavens and be my own master.
So I don't.
That would
I
be
don't
the
know if
greatest
you
thing.
noticed, but Mona was using some magic just a little while ago. I'm not saying she has the capability to help you out. But,
This is the first time he actually swivels his head around to look directly at you. With a look.
and I'm just staring off in some random
Right.
direction.
But your owl detects that the horse is giving you a look as if to say, really? I may be a horse, but I know the difference between prestidigitation and flight.
Hey, wizards are like flowers. You just have to tend to them properly, and eventually they grow powerful enough to cast spells for you.
So while Yinmu argues with the horse, would anybody else like to move forward?
Kath probably notices that that Yinmu's trying to have a conversation with the horse and that they're not moving, and she would like to give the horse a good slap and get it moving.
All right, you do, and he begrudgingly starts trotting along again. But
Excellent.
he's still sassing
That's what
Yinmu.
I should have actually been trying to make persuasion rolls, because while I don't have animal handling, I do have persuasion.
That's
Although
true,
technically,
actually. If you'd like to
I
persuade
have-
the horse, I'll let you try.
I have the
Well,
same
he's
level
moving.
on both. Even though I'm specifically trained in persuasion, I'm just as good at animal handling without training. Sure, I'll make a persuasion roll. We'll see
Alright.
how persuasive I am. Ooh, 20.
Okay. Well, first of all, what exactly are you trying to persuade the horse to do? And we haven't established his name. His name is Terrence, by the way.
Okay, Terrence.
What exactly are you trying to persuade Terrence? Clyde was the other horse, in case you guys were wondering.
Yeah, Clyde. I do remember Clyde was the other one. My initial thought was to move faster, but then since we stopped and started arguing, now it's just kind of move forward. let's move forward at a quicker pace.
Terrence still doesn't seem thrilled about the situation, but you're able to detect somewhere in the depths of his ornery horse heart, he did notice that you didn't laugh at him. So
Oh, he's touched.
he begrudgingly clops along. And I assume everybody else is following?
Yeah.
I'm hopping up on the roofs.
All right. Oh, that's right. You did mention that. Okay. So, are you trying to accomplish anything specific, or you just want to take the rooftops?
I just want to take the rooftops.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I figured
And
it'd be a little bit harder for people to melee me.
you still staying? You still staying nearby?
Peace with the group. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I
Okay.
can.
As long as you don't force Matt to use some of the mutant zombies that can climb. You're like, oh man, I was gonna use zombies, but I guess we'll have to just do
Make
that. Tom
flying
pops out of
zombies.
behind and just grabs the clip, and we're like, oh no, she's got a smoker, no one's nearby. Everyone just moves on without you.
All
No
right.
one catches the Left 4 Dead reference.
I didn't. Sorry.
That's all right.
As you guys move forward here, so you guys are moving at a slightly faster pace now, like a trot, let's say, a fast walk. Okay, I'm gonna take this deafening silence as a yes.
Yeah. We trotting.
You guys get up to about here, and I would like you all to give me perception rolls, please.
Do, 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 do.
16.
Oh, I guess I like. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Wait, no, I guess I wouldn't get my own perception rolls because I'm still seeing through the owl. So,
Yeah.
I got a 15.
Okay.
I got 13, which is unfortunate because I would have got a 22 if I'd been using my own senses.
And that is unfortunate, Clip.
Working on it, my perception. $21.
Ah, nice. All right. Unfortunately, though, Clip, because you are on the rooftop, and the thing that I'm having you guys roll perception for is actually on the ground. In this particular instance, although that would give you bonus on other things, this particular instance it actually gives you a negative. I mean, it doesn't mean your score is negative. It just means it gives you a penalty.
Right.
Thistle, you're the one who notices it. Actually, you feel a crunch underneath your boot.
A crunch.
Now,
We're in Dorito land.
like a crinkle, if you will,
Uh-oh.
like tearing aluminum foil.
Fantastic. Can I tell what it is?
If you'd like to lift up your boot and look, yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna have a gander.
You look. You've stepped on a piece of parchment. It's lying on the ground in the dirt, and it's not super muddy out, but you know it's not particularly dry dirt either. It's just kind of muddy soil. So the parchment is ripped and torn, but you stepped on a piece of parchment paper.
I'll pick it up, see if it's got anything legible on it.
All right. As you're picking it up, Calf, you had the second highest perception score, not counting the
Yes.
person on the rooftop. You see Thistle pick up the parchment, and you look around, and you see that there's actually quite a few pieces of parchment littered around on the ground here at this point.
Okay.
Thistle, you attempt to read it, but unfortunately with the mud and the soil, I mean, you get the gist that it's a spell scroll, but it is a spell scroll that is no longer There's no longer enough legible, not punctured words to like be usable. It's a ruined spell scroll, essentially.
What could possibly go wrong? Let's read it aloud.
Would you like to do that?
No, I'm gonna hand that off to someone better acquainted with magics. See if maybe they can make heads or tails of it.
Okay.
Is it
I
Clip?
don't know that this would get much out of it.
I will tell you, unless you want to try for a crazy roll, I will tell you that this scroll is basically destroyed. But there are a bunch of other parchments on the ground. As you guys continue to look around, you see the building there marked 169
Yep.
is actually a spell and magic shop. Now,
Looted.
yeah, like a lot of the other storefronts you guys have seen, it has been looted. The windows are smashed out. And it's pretty clear that anything that would have been of value, like all the spell books, all the cauldrons, and like high quality ingredients are already gone, like long gone. But they also it looks like this place specialized in spell scrolls, and while a lot of them are gone, as I said, there's a bunch still kind of scattered around, lying in the dirt.
I'll try and snatch up any that I think are undamaged enough that they might still have value.
All right, Thistle wants to look and see if he can find an undamaged scroll. Does anybody else want to try?
I would like to look and see if there's any danger.
Okay, you just want to do.
I'm gonna try and take a look out too.
Okay, just general investigations. And Yinmu, what are you doing?
I'm still mainly scouting up
He's still
high.
talking to the horse about the possibilities of it becoming a Pegasus.
He's still going on and on wistfully about it. He's like, and then I could soar through the treetops, and I could like take a dump on people I didn't like.
I'm very hard trying to avoid mentioning that I'm basically doing that right now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That would probably tick you off. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
Just like I can't imagine how much pain you must be,
Oh.
horse.
I got it. Make the owl the horses familiar. Okay, so Thistle, give me a roll for investigation to see if you can find an undamaged scroll. And Calf and Clip, why don't you guys give me investigation to see if you spot any danger. Yinmu, did you want to roll for anything? You said you're just kind of general.
Unless you want me to do like a scouting check, no, I'm still kind of.
Okay, you're just scouring things with the owl, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said investigation, correct?
That's right. Actually, Yinmu, why don't you go ahead and give me an investigation roll? If you're specifically finding the owl around to look out for danger, why don't you go ahead and give me one?
I got a 9, so I don't think I find very much.
I got 11.
You guys do not sense any danger, no.
I'm 13 on the investigation.
As far as you guys can tell, you're in a fairly safe area. Thistle, you find a single scroll that you feel like is salvageable.
All right, I will kind of tuck that in my pouch for now.
All right, you want
Investigation or
I'm not going
perception?
to examine it right now. So.
because you're actively looking, that's going to be investigation.
Okay.
Investigation is when you're looking for something. Perception is when you weren't looking for it.
12-ish. I'd have to look at the stats for an owl again, but it's not as good for perception is better than investigation.
Okay.
Although since I'm using its senses, like I don't know how you want to roll that.
I know how it works for
I
wild
wanna
shape.
roll it
I
the way
don't.
It gets us the best result.
I know how it works for wild shape. I don't know how it works for find familiar.
Okay, well I have 0 in investigation as well, so I'm just giving myself a flat 0.
All right, that's fine. You don't see any immediate danger either, as far as you can tell. Although you do notice that there's definitely movement going on in the graveyard. You definitely feel like avoiding that area is still the right decision to do.
Okay.
But the zombies that you do see, they don't look like they're particularly aggressive. They just seem to be.
Milling around, having the zombie version of a rave party.
They're having a zombie jamboree, indeed. It was
Doing
a
a Monster
zombie
Mash.
jamboree. Took place in the New York cemetery. Nobody? Okay.
It was a graveyard smash.
Thistle, did you want to look and see what kind of scroll it was? Did I lose him?
Yeah, I don't see.
I'm
no.
going to sit on it for a minute. I don't want to check everything out while we're out in the open.
Okay.
Doesn't admit that he just participated in looting.
Yeah, that's a little
Liberation.
bit.
It's already
Liberation.
out in the street. Salvage.
I saved this scroll from a horrible death in the street.
All right. Did anybody else want to look for a scroll, or do you guys want to just keep moving?
I do not magic so much, so I'll stick with my axe.
Makes sense. Anybody else?
Can I roll an investigation to see if there's anything magical about the sword gauntlet thingy that I got?
You say did you, or would you like to?
I would like to.
You certainly can. I decided. Actually, I'm not even gonna let you. I'm not even gonna have you bother. So I was originally gonna make you guys roll for the stats for the gauntlet, and I just decided to go ahead and put them up on the screen. I don't know if you saw them earlier. So, I had talked about making the sword gauntlet either having a strength requirement or saying it only fits certain people, and then I realized the way it's built, it kind of already does that. So, Thief, if you would like to wield a non-finesse weapon and do your best, you're welcome to try.
No, I was just trying to see if it was like a cursed item, or if it was just like a straight up.
Oh, like a cursed? Okay, yeah. Why
Monday.
don't you go ahead and give me an Arcana check for that? I thought you were looking for power. Sorry, but
No.
you can do a curse check.
16.
You're fairly confident it is not cursed.
Okay.
You're not getting any bad mojo off of it.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
Okay. All right, so you guys moving forward again?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Yep.
Here we go, down the street.
Clip, are you still on the roof?
I am, if that is possible.
It is. Oh, it's not moving the icons, it's moving everything. Why is it doing that? Try it again. Alright, you guys move a little forward. Past another building. I would like you all to give me another perception check, please.
Nine.
Okay.
Another 16.
Nice.
21.
Wow. Okay.
See the heck out of this place.
So you said 18, Yinmu?
Yes.
It's nothing. Thistle, Clip.
Had a 9.
No,
16.
you guys are pretty sure you're still in a safe area. Calf,
What do I see?
you hear something.
What do I hear?
You hear a very subtle sound, but if I had to describe it, it sounds like moth wings beating against a wall.
So I didn't find a puppy, I found a moth. Wings beating against a wall.
Like
That's
a
really, really, really faint.
more than one moth, and not little moths. Like,
Big ol'.
I mean, not Mothra, like bigger than a building, but like person-sized moths. Imagine multiple person-sized moths beating their wings against the wall. It's just this. It's this subtle but very distinctive, like a rustling. Have you ever heard somebody where they they've got like a paper bag, like that rustling sound?
Mm.
It's sort of like that.
Okay, so Calf would like to look around for the source of this sound.
Mm-hmm.
Is it in the sky? Is it in the alley? What's going on?
It's definitely not in the sky. It's definitely coming from the direction of one of the buildings or streets. If you want more specifics than that, am I still? Did I go away?
No, you're still here.
Okay, my thing was doing weird stuff for a second. Sorry. If you want more specific information than that, you're going to need to give me another roll. This time an investigation because you're actively looking.
I would like to investigate.
Hmm?
And I would also like to alert my party that I hear something weird.
Okay.
Can we all do an investigation check at that point then?
Yes, now that you've been notified. Mona says, what did you hear?
I say,
What do your what do your tiefling ears hear?
my tiefling ears. Oh, I got a bad investigation roll. So I'm going to rely on you folks. I hear something that sounds like moth wings beating against a wall.
When you say that, the color drains out of her face.
Oh, out of Mona's face.
You've seen her
She
act
knows what
dumb.
this is.
You've seen her act dumb, and you've seen her do things confidently. You have never seen her terrified until this moment.
Uh-oh.
And like before, she grabs the reins and snaps them on the horse. Yinmu, you're busy like being a bird.
Well, I was breaking out of it to be like, what's going on? What do you
Oh,
see?
okay. So you come to exactly as Terrence takes off.
Parents!
Unless you want to do something, like you can react.
I got a 23.
I feel like this is what we've been trying to do for a while. I don't know if we want to leave everyone behind like this. What's happening?
She is not paying you any mind. She is driving the horse as fast as she can. Clip, you hear it too now. Now that you know what to listen for, your ears prick up. Your cat-like hidden under your hat ears.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen a cat where like they prick up and then you see them like kind of turn like radar dishes,
Yep.
just ever so slightly?
Yeah, she has a cat, remember?
I do. You do know what direction this is coming from. This is coming from the east, the right.
Okay.
Can I
So-
determine about how far away? Is it like the next block over? Is it like 10 steps?
You don't know how far away it is, but you can tell it's moving towards you.
Okay, so I let my party know whatever it is, it's coming, and it's going to be coming from the east.
Like you're all just
Okay.
standing around, like let's put our ears to the ground and
Yeah.
figure out what this is. Well,
I think
the
Kath would like to jog and catch up because she doesn't want to be by herself when this happens.
Thistle's also going to close up with the group, but Thistle's going to take a rear guard position
Oh,
just
no.
in case.
Clip.
Moving up with the group. Now, I see that there's obviously a road in between the rooftops.
Mm-hmm. There
Would that
is.
be an athletics check, or would that be an acrobatics check?
Give me 1 second, and I will tell you. Oh, it shut itself off. That is going to be. Oh, wait, it's back. No, it's off.
Is my mic picking up chewing sounds? Because if it is, I'll stop.
Oh, no,
I don't
no,
hear
no.
you.
Sorry.
I mean,
Okay.
I thought
You're
you were
okay.
talking about me. I'm like, what? No.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it. We're gonna call it an athletics check.
17.
All right. Yeah, not a problem. You make the. You've got a running start, and you're able to make the 10-foot leap here, because these squares are about 5 feet, more or less.
Yep. Jumping buildings in a single kitty leap.
All right.
Do we see any giant moths yet?
Mona and Yinmu, you guys just dash on down the street, but and Clip, you're busy kind of, cat-like flipping over the street. But Calf and Thistle, as you guys are walking, I assume you guys are going to naturally crane your heads
Yeah, we're gonna take a look.
to the right. I mean, I don't feel like that needs to be rolled for or anything. Oh, that didn't work. Hang on.
Oh, what do we got?
I've seen this movie. They're giant grasshopper locusts.
No.
I want to see this movie. What movie is that?
I don't remember. It was like 1950s, and some mad scientist made all the insects big.
That sounds like every movie from the 1950s.
I was going to say, are you sure it's not Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or Blew Up the Kids?
No,
No.
It was some hokey old movie.
There was a lot of 50s monster movies where it's like a bee, or there was one with bunnies where they made bunnies giant. That's my favorite. I'm like, no, giant bunnies!
This thing is great. Let's make it bigger.
Like, would they have to also be carnivorous before you were that concerned about it? I mean, I guess they could accidentally just damage something, but it's not like a monster.
Yeah.
All right, so what you guys see is you see three figures. These people, first of all, the first thing that strikes you is they are moving eerily silently.
Oh.
Like floatiness.
No, they're definitely walking. The second thing that strikes you is they do not look alive. They definitely have that kind of, deathly.
Power.
Yeah, thank you. They look like they've happily entered the second or third state of like decay. No, decay is the wrong word.
Pleased with their progress.
They don't look like zombies. They're not like decomposing like a zombie is, but they definitely have that pale. There's no blood circulating behind the skin, is what I'm trying to say. But they are lightly armored. They've got leather armor and they've got helmets, not elaborate helmets, and they've got short swords.
Kind of like a harpy?
A harpy? No, a harpy's like a bird lady.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm imagining more. They're just ninja running with their arms out behind them in a V.
Like dragging their swords.
I
No,
was more going for the Naruto look, but
no,
Naruto running.
they're kind of in a formation almost, and they're definitely moving towards you guys. What do you guys like to do? Calf and Thistle, you're the two that spot them.
Calf is fine. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
How fast are they moving?
They're not. Again, these do not seem like zombies. They're not shambling. They're moving like a normal clip, like a human clip. So, in technical game terms, I would say that they are moving 30 feet per 6 seconds.
I'm going to close formation with the others, first of all.
Okay, so like between?
Yeah, I'm probably try and cover that corner that they're going to have to come around to get to the team.
There-ish?
Yeah, probably behind the wall.
Up one, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to kind of do the whisper signals to let everyone else know what they're coming.
Okay. I figure... Go ahead.
I'm gonna draw and ready my weapons.
Okay.
But I'm not necessarily engaging yet.
Okay. These guys do have their weapons drawn, by the way.
Oh.
Just to,
Yay.
in case I didn't make that clear, when I said they're carrying short swords, I didn't mean in their sheaths. I meant...
They are
They're ready to roll.
ready to roll.
It's almost like, if you didn't know any better, you'd almost compare it to like an army on the march. The way they're moving. I mean, three of them, but still.
Calf is fine.
Can
continuing
I,
to run
Can I roll a
alongside.
history check here and see if I recognize these?
Yeah, please do. I'm sorry, Calf. Are you moving? Did you say?
Oh, I was just gonna say I would like to jog to keep pace with Mona and the horse, basically.
Okay, so like actually next to them or next to Thistle? Up there?
The difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You got this, Thistle. We believe in you.
Not it's a 20, but it is a non-natural 20.
That still works. So you know what these? You're still confused. You know what they are? These are ghouls. But you've never seen ghouls like in armor. It's this is not the way that people describe them when they're telling like stories around the firelight at the bar.
Right.
So since you got a 20, I'll tell you a little bit about undead here. As you think back to what you've learned over the years. Being a paladin, you'd know a little bit about this. Study it in paladin in college and all that. So I kind of put the undead personally into three categories, right? You got your skeletons, but skeletons aren't really sentient. An animated skeleton is like an animated chair. You're just taking something with no life and magicking it so that it can move around. But it's not like a sentient creature, right?
Right.
So they almost don't even count. Then you've got your zombies. And zombies are actually like, they're a parody of life. They've been brought to life, but they're decaying, they're decomposing. They're literally just a corpse that's been given like movement and like sentience, right? And then you've got your vampires. And the thing about a vampire is almost like its own species. And the reason a vampire is so different from a zombie is because a vampire is actually feeding off of living things' life force. Right?
Right.
That makes sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Now, you know that ghouls, if you had to put them in one of those categories, ghouls are more like a zombie. Ghouls are more like a vampire because, like vampires, they feed off of people. Now, they don't drink blood, they eat flesh.
Right.
But like a vampire, they're almost like their own species, because they feed, and so it actually keeps them. But unlike vampires, they tend to be a little more dumber. Most people put them between like a zombie and a vampire.
Okay.
You've never heard of a ghoul. You've never heard of ghouls that were like organized and like in formation.
Or have wings?
They do not have wings. So I'll give you this too, since you got a 20. So what you heard was the rustling of their clothes. Because of the fact that they're not alive, they're able to move way more stealthily than like 3 human beings would be able to. Because, you can't hear them breathing because they don't have to breathe or anything like that. Literally the only noise they make is just the rustling of their clothes. And that's what you heard. That's what Calf heard.
All right. Looks like the city tax collectors are on to us, guys. If Thistle had to guess, if we moved at a increased rate of speed, could we outrun these guys?
Your guess is that they move at about the same speed you guys do, so you just keep pace with each other, except for the horse. The horse can outrun them.
Okay.
But your guess is that they move 30 feet around, you guys move 30 feet around, and so you'd probably just end up keeping pace.
What's the likelihood that they are on to us at this point?
The fact that they're moving straight towards you guys and you just walked in front of them, I'd say the odds are high.
Right,
they were probably attracted by the light.
I'm going to let the others know to form up. I don't know if Calf can hear me up on the roof, but...
Clip's the one on the roof.
Or, I'm sorry, Clip. Sorry, Calf. Clip up on the roof.
Up on the roof.
I'm going to kind of let them know what I know about them to the best of my abilities and say we got some inbound ghouls, but they seem to be working together.
Cool, so.
Ghouls and boys! Sorry, that was my inner late night horror movie host persona coming out to play.
And I'm going to recommend we wait as close to this corner as we can so we can catch them maybe a little off guard as they come around the corner.
So you want to like set up an ambush?
Yes.
Okay.
Wouldn't be a full sneak attack because they've obviously seen us, but that
Ambush
would
sounds
be my
like fun.
recommendation.
Let's do it.
Can Clip hear us up there?
Yeah. I'm going to say that she's been listening for trouble, so yes, it's pretty easy to get her attention.
So if Clip wants to attack from the rooftops and I take position on the corner here, Calf could probably get on the roof as well, couldn't he? Could she?
Well, I can't really attack from the roof. I've got an axe.
Yeah, she's melee.
Oh, okay.
I'm melee too.
But I need to be just all up in their business.
I was thinking.
Makes
Once we got their
sense.
attention
So
on the
maybe we'll
corner,
put Calf up next to me then.
I hop down and we can flank them.
That's what I'm thinking, is we get our kitty friend from behind, and then we get Calf and me from the front, and then we can use, I don't know.
Okay, on the drift world, it says can be commanded to follow you.
That's correct.
Is it a sentient item or something?
It is not... Oh, I'm echoing again. Hang on.
I don't think it's
Okay.
sentient. I think it's just, like...
It is not sentient. The idea basically is it's a torch that you don't have to use up a hand for.
It's like a drone.
Yeah. This is an actual item in the guide, by the way. This isn't like a homebrewed item. But because I saw people asking about that, like how much can you like take advantage of the fact that it moves on its own, and they're like, no, it's basically just a torch that you don't have to use up a hand for. You don't have to. It's basically I no longer have to purchase torches.
Over your head.
I no longer have to purchase torches or carry them. So it's like Yenmu's dream.
Yes.
Question.
Like in those games where you
I
have
never
to
did either of those things before anyhow.
Exactly.
This helps facilitate that. far better than this group has.
He says bitterly, not in horse.
Rude.
I'm sorry, Kath, what were you saying?
Oh, ghouls, are they coming? Should we hit them?
I was gonna ask, are they?
So,
Do they hate
Thistle,
fire?
Thistle vote, we try and get what ambush we can by taking cover here, and we deal with them now.
what I was going to say
only
before
see
I...
3.
Yeah. What I was going to say before I got cut off was you guys are discussing your plan of what to do, and you hear Mona say, yeah, good luck with that!
She's just going,
Yep.
taking Jared with her.
Unless he chooses to do something, which he has not yet communicated to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I was waiting to see what was happening, and I'm like, I guess I'll have to figure out.
Thistle's gonna holler to him to send the owl, and we'll catch up. Is that possible? Is that something you can do with your familiar?
Yeah. Send it which way?
To lead us to you?
I probably. I'll have to look at Matt for that. 'Cause technically, once we get outside of 100 feet, we lose a telepathic link. So I don't know if it
That
necessarily.
might not be an option.
I don't know how good the homing is.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys think? Should we try and keep up, or should we try and...
I'd be fine with
I'm-
running, but
I'm
the horse
watching
can
to see
run
what
much
you
faster
guys
than we
do.
can.
Yinmu, just to remind you, you can also attempt to like stop Mona or grab the reins.
Yeah. I'm waiting to see what you guys do.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see because if you guys stand your ground, I will probably try to get Terrence to stop, or at the very
I
least.
think we're better off standing
hop
our
off.
ground.
Yeah. We can't keep up with the horse. As depressed as he is still faster than we are.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess I see everyone else making the heroic stand, and that's I'm not about to be shown up by a bunch of peasants. So, I will hop off, and
Okay.
I will say, keep the dream alive, Terrence. We'll see you in a bit.
Give me an acrobatics check
All right.
to leap
Let's see how
gracefully
well-
off a
let's see
moving
how well,
horse
Yinmu face flops.
in their robes.
Not advantage. Core. Here we go. Acrobatics. I'm actually not terrible at this, but I did roll a 9.
You don't take any damage. You just lose 10 points of your pride. you
Attempt to gracefully jump off and just kind of.
yeah, you face plant and get a mouthful of dirt. You quickly.
Our eyes are all focused elsewhere.
I presume you quickly stand up and like dust yourself off, and dirt's good for flowers.
Dust myself off. Again, I pressed to the station for that.
Okay.
But that's just like I'm a druid. I was just getting in touch with the earth magic.
You stand up. You're like, "Thank you, Mother Earth, for conveying that information to me."
What a blessing.
Thanks for keeping me humble.
Wow. Okay.
All right, and you want to catch up with the group?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm slowly moving up. I still don't fully know. I just know he said, "Hey, there's 3 armed ghouls." I'm just like, what do I remember about ghouls? I guess Thistle says they're undead.
Mm-hmm.
They are undead.
If you're actually asking me what you remember, you can give me a history
They
check.
are quasi-
I don't know if that was
It's like,
rhetorical.
I might as well, because that's also a thing where like I, as a player, know quite a lot about ghouls. The question is, how much does Yinmu? 16 on the roll worth.
Okay, and so you know everything that I already told Thistle. What else would you like to know? Like, ask me.
I guess just trying to think of whether they have any special capabilities
Okay.
that make them more or less dangerous than, say, a zombie or a person.
All right. Give me 1 second here. I'm pulling my notes back up. Okay. So, now, Thistle already told you that they're organized, so you do know that, which obviously zombies are not. Zombies are mindless. Other than that, you do feel like The only thing that comes to mind is you're pretty sure they have some resistances to things. You're not sure if you remember 100% what they're resistant to, but it's the kind of things that undead would be likely to be resistant to. So, like, you probably shouldn't try to, charm them, for instance.
And I have to admit, immediately I'm thinking, like, how can I solve this problem with berries? I mean, like, if they're undead, like, if you throw a phoenix down at undead...
It's not Final Fantasy. You can't use cure wounds to kill the zombies. This is not Final Fantasy.
Poison, they're just gonna get healthier.
Just someone take like Calf's actually got some blood on it, right? Let's just roll some of these berries in blood, and we'll leave them lying in the middle of the road, and see if they pick them up and eat them.
You do also know that ghouls do not get exhausted because, again, they're undead.
Oh yeah.
So it's probably a good thing you didn't try to outrun them. It occurs to you because it's not like you would tire out before they would.
Also,
What I'm hearing is we should give them bad berries rather than good berries.
He doesn't have the spell Bad Berry.
Yeah,
What?
Unfortunately not. That sounds
Do you
like
have the
something
spell Kill
your
Ghoulberry?
cousin would have tried for. That's why your cousin got kicked out of Druid school. He was trying to learn how to cast Badberry.
Yes, I like that.
Are
That
they
is now
close enough for me to
official.
hit him yet?
That's actually a witch spell in Pathfinder.
Is it? I was kind of giving
Bad Berry,
everybody a
but
moment to plan before we rolled for initiative, but if you guys are ready to fight, let's roll initiative.
Planning. What is planning?
Good question.
I'm busy spending my time cleaning off the blessings of Mother Earth.
Ooh. Clip did well.
Oh, that's right. I have to roll for initiative. That's a thing.
I've got an 8.
Okay.
Not
I
great.
got
Sorry,
12.
guys.
I also got a 12.
Hopefully
I
we
got
get
a
an attack of
23.
opportunity here.
Okay. I'm sorry, Calf was a what?
12.
And Yinmu?
12.
Thistle?
6, 8.
And Clip.
23.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. That's a good one.
Those ghouls will be eating our dust.
Sure.
Too slow.
Well, hopefully the ghouls won't be eating any part of us if we do this properly.
That would be the optimal scenario. Is for there to be no consumption from the ghouls whatsoever. All right. So, Clip, tell me what you want to do.
Can I actually pass my turn? Because I'm trying to get a sneak round. And I can't exactly hop down and then sneak up on him. Because that would be 2 movements, wouldn't it?
Well, you can try to sneak up on them. Like, you can try to surprise them. Like, you could leap off the roof onto a ghoul. He would certainly not see that coming. I'm not telling you it's definitely a good idea. I'm just saying you could do it.
No, because the only thing I really have is the dagger and then the pata, which I can't use it.
Not effectively, no.
You could try dropping it. I mean, you're on a roof.
Plus, it takes 3 turns to put on because you weren't already wearing it.
Saw this play at once about a kid that got left home during the equinox and had to defend his house from bandits. Are there any bricks nearby?
No, I saw that movie too, Saw, with all the booby traps and the people who are like thieves getting terrorized and like killed. Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one. Yeah.
All right. In all seriousness, though, I
Yeah.
would probably deflect my turn this time and then go after the ghouls.
Okay.
But I will probably ready my daggers.
Okay.
So that way, if they do get kind of cut off by our group, I can.
Okay. Calf.
So they're not close enough for me to try and hit them with my axe.
You can move 6 squares if you can move 6 squares at your normal speed,
Okay.
and that includes diagonally. So you might be able to just make it.
Yeah, you can. I think you can just make it to the first one if you wanted to.
Yep.
It might be a better idea to to try and block them up at the entrance.
Yeah, they're
so
gonna
you're
have a
fighting
lot less
two
ability to
at a
fight down
time
there.
instead of 3. But
And if you and I both blockade them and we got Clip get behind them, we kind of have them pillboxed here.
Well, I still have some javelins.
although that does put Clip by herself, which I don't know how Clip
Yeah,
feels about
fine.
facing.
I have a climbing speed of 30 feet.
Oh,
I have some rope.
that's not bad.
I'd like to get sort of toward that bottleneck area and then throw a javelin at one of those gentlemen.
Like there?
One further down,
Mm-hmm.
so that there's room for Thistle.
Okay.
That's a good plan. I like this plan.
All right. Yeah, give me an attack roll.
And
Please and
attack
thank you.
roll with the javelin. So wait, do I have to do strength and then how did this work? I forget already. No, it's just javelin.
Yeah.
Click on the javelin.
And I hit that. I got a 19.
Ooh,
You don't have advantage turned on, do you?
I don't have what?
making. Yeah, so you don't have advantage turned on, do you? Just
No,
making
it
sure.
shows
Okay.
both roll
No,
out.
no offense. I just want to double check. Okay.
No, it's okay. I used up all my bad
does
rolls.
occasionally hit things.
I hope.
It's
That was the last game we're doing.
sorry. I was gonna say, as you go to strike the ghoul, you stop for a moment and you're like, I'm not afraid at all.
Oh, no, we got some fear already because the guy got knocked on his back with the fire thing.
yeah, she's been defeared.
Yeah.
I
Well-
mean, I had a lack of confidence for sure because of the poor rolls, but
All right. So
I got a 6 for damage.
19 definitely. Okay. 6 for damage.
It's okay. You haven't been out of hell for a while, and the human world can be a little
Just getting
intimidating.
warmed up.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
No attempt to talk to them or anything.
It happens
Just,
lots.
oh, hey,
Happens lots of
You guys are
tieflings. It's
armed?
okay.
we're armed.
Yeah, they are armed and they're ready. to fight.
You're armed, we're armed. Let's party.
Yeah, and their weapons are already drawn, so.
Okay. So yeah, you hit him for.
That's what they're thinking. Like they saw us and our weapons were drawn. They're like, oh no, they're going to attack us. Better start this first.
All right. So
They're
you.
trying to get home to their ghoul babies and their ghoul wives. Like, what it works.
All right. You nail the ghoul with the javelin. It definitely seems to hurt him. He's not like resistant to the javelins or anything like that.
Oh, thank goodness. I got only physical weapons.
Yeah, he's not like magically immune to javelin.
I was
he
hitting
says,
that in RPGs where they were like, you have to hit him with magic. I'm like,
"Oh, there's
"What magic?"
there's monsters like that, but not this guy." No, you hit him. He looks down at the javelin at him and he says, "Javelin's my only weakness." he doesn't say that. Yinmu, you're up.
Okay.
Oh, and you jumped off the horse. I was gonna move you like
Yeah.
there.
Okay. So I will move up next to Thistle and
Don't scroll.
pull a baton out and get a shillelagh on it.
All right.
Not that close up to Thistle. Like
Fucking
maybe
crazy here.
like next to Thistle, but like so Thistle's still between me and the goal.
Actually, that's 30 for you, so
Oh, okay. Well,
that would be the max anyways. Okay, and you cast Shillelagh on a baton. Anything else?
For now, I'll have the owl follow Mona at least out to 100 feet.
Okay. And then like kind of perch from there because he could probably see her for like a distance after that.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds like a solid plan. Thistle?
I'm going to advance into the alley.
Okay. More than
let's
that?
see. I want to keep. Trying to think here.
Don't hurt yourself, man.
I've got a range on that. Can I hit the closest one with a throwing dagger at this range?
What's the range on a dagger? Like 20 feet?
Yes, 20,
20
60
feet.
with
Yeah.
disadvantage.
You're exactly 20 feet away, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go for the same one that was already attacked.
Oh, that one's actually 15 feet. Okay.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. And I have 15 total.
All right, 15 hits.
Okay, and that's thrown, so 1d4.
Okay.
It'd be awesome if I got an advantage.
For what?
For being awesome, for setting a trap.
Dude, you gotta at least give me like a cool catchphrase or something. You can't just ask for it.
You give her a one-liner.
Yeah, you gotta be like, thanks for stabbing around.
I'm gonna be like, it's so nice to see you.
For that one, I'm giving you disadvantage.
All right, I hit with 3. It looks like.
All right, do you put your bonuses on that? Your pluses?
I don't think I have any for thrown weapons.
You get to use your strength on thrown weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it'll be.
Or Dex.
Well,
or
I'm a
finesse.
gnome though, so I don't get a strength bonus.
Daggers are finesse, so you can use your Dex bonus.
You're a paladin. Do you really not have any strength points? Because that would be bad. All right, guys. So technical difficulties. Ben doesn't know how to read his character sheet. I'm gonna say it's a +3 because that's probably in that neighborhood.
Let's look here.
+2. Let's say it's a +2. So that's you roll what 3? So we're gonna call it 5.
Sorry, roll 20 is deceiving me again here. I can't get it to pull up.
All right. So you hit him with a dagger. He now has. So I just want you guys to picture this ghoul, and he's wearing a light leather armor, and he's got a javelin where his heart should be, and a knife where his heart would be if you were dyslexic. And that brings us to... Oh, it's the ghoul's turn.
Ghouls.
You go, ghoul.
Ghouls.
Too ghoul for school.
Come on.
Yeah, just try and hit me.
Okay, well, that's wonky.
I was expecting the ones with weapons sticking out of them to like pull them out and start throwing them back.
Don't give him
Oh
ideas.
no!
5, 10, 15, 20. We're going to say it's 20 feet, so that would be... Okay, that would be his turn.
Surprise, ghouls have a climb speed.
Yep.
No!
How do they know she's up there? That's my
Smell
question.
me, I'm a stinky cat.
He succeeded on his perception roll.
I don't know if they have life sense or not, but I think they're basically like the cats of the terrible undead.
2 hit. All right. Calf, does a 12 hit?
Does a 12 hit?
Yeah.
Hope not.
Is your AC 12 or higher? Or lower?
AC. Armor class. Armor class is 11.
Oh
What?
dear.
How did you? How do you have more armor than
you
you
have. Your armor class can't possibly be 11. How much? But aren't you wearing armor?
All I know is that my character sheet says 11.
Don't.
So-
do you have armor?
Let's all take a little break from playing D&D to have a conversation about character sheets. So Heidi, this is an awkward time. This is an awkward time to bring it up, but I didn't notice it when you first made your character, but I noticed like a couple weeks ago you put all your points in intelligence, which
okay.
I get, like you're thinking because of the lawyer background, but as a barbarian, you actually want to put those points in your dex and your con because that's going to give you a natural armor class. Barbarians have natural armor, so you can walk around without armor on, like Conan the Barbarian.
Okay.
But it's dependent on
I
your
didn't do
dex. Yeah, it's dependent on your dex and your con scores, and you put your points in intelligence.
Well done, Heidi.
I apologize.
You are very smart
I
for a
wanted to
barbarian.
find a time to tell you this not in front of everybody. But since Jared kind of started it,
Barbarian can't be intelligent.
I hate to break this to you guys, but
I apologize.
I've got 11. It's fine.
So you take 4 points of damage.
Okay, and then that's in my hit points?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Thistle does a
1.
9 hit you, Thistle?
Please say
None
no.
does not.
Thistle, who apparently didn't put any points in strength. I haven't looked at his character sheet, but apparently I need to.
You are a delightful mess.
I'm sorry, guys.
I did not. In fairness, that was deliberate, though, based on the build I want to do.
Oh, so are you doing a dex build? Was that the idea?
Yeah, it sounds
That's kind
like
of the
ranged
idea.
paladins would be
You,
Well,
you,
actually,
strong.
I'm doing a charisma build based on this one I found online.
so you're gonna.
I'm gonna be a little squishy for a while, but I
So-
like the build, so that's what I'm gonna try for.
No, that makes sense though. So you're gonna fight mostly with spells, but your spells don't kick in until level 2. So
Right.
yeah, I got it. That's fine. Yeah, like I say, sorry guys, it's actually kind of the DM's fault. I should have went over your character sheets more thoroughly, but I had so much stuff going on.
It's his fault. His fault. They're all screwed up as
From
players.
here, I'll just
We're,
make
we're
sure
gonna end up in a
improve my
courtroom
dexterity.
sooner or later, and we're gonna be glad we have the smartest barbarian,
It's true.
not necessarily the tankiest.
We're gonna go into that courtroom, and as soon as they see our lawyer walk in and realize it's a hell spawn, they're just gonna give up.
They're gonna give up.
Exactly.
It's a hellspawn barbarian.
Well, and it's one of those things. I hate to be that nerd that's like, you didn't optimize your character correctly. What were you thinking? You should put all your points, because it's great to roleplay too, and I like to emphasize that. But yeah, I need to sit down with you later. Like I say, I apologize that I haven't brought it up yet.
No, that's
That-
cool.
This is an awkward
however,
venue, so
I can always update, like, I can always improve her points in those areas as we go.
yeah. Well, you can. I can also so we're gonna level up fairly soon in the next game or two here.
Yay.
And then I'll send you. That's when I was gonna do it. Actually, I was gonna send you an email and be like, hey, if you want to just make a couple changes real quick,
Yeah.
it's not a big deal. So.
Okay.
All right, so now that that's out of the way, it is Clip's turn.
Okay. So the one that's been hit is the one that's right in front of Calf, correct?
That's correct.
All right. I have a movement speed of 30 and a climb speed of 30.
That's right.
So I basically just hop down, and that's my turn. Is that what I'm assuming?
You're 20 feet. You're 20 feet up. So if you climb 20 feet down, then you'd still have 2 squares to move.
Okay. Then I'm going to flank the one that's in front of Calf or behind Calf, or
Mm-hmm.
In front of,
In
I
front
believe
of.
I'm facing it.
yes. And
All right.
see if I can make an attack roll.
All right. Let's see it.
The dagger.
That's the one that already has a dagger sticking out of him. Yank the other dagger out and start two-handing it.
No, the dagger's stuck in his front, and she's behind him though.
Oh, okay. that's
Stuck in
true.
his front right now.
She'd have to like reach around. It'd be weird.
12 hit.
Do what?
12.
12. 12 does not hit. You just missed him.
All right.
Good try.
All right. So that's gonna bump us back up to Kef.
That's me. Guess I'm gonna keep swinging at the guy in front of me. Oh no, now I'm using my axe. Before I was using my javelin.
Javelin.
So we're switching
Yeah.
to the axe. And I got a 13.
Okay. 13 hits.
Yay! I'm hitting so well. I got a 12.
Wow. All right.
I'm strong.
Um,
Deal with it, ghoul.
he was actually bloodied with the last hit. I forgot to mention that, and I apologize because I usually like to let you guys know. You take your axe, and with a mighty cleave, you cleave the ghoul.
Ghoul cleaved. Clove.
Clove. I like clove better.
Cleve.
Clove.
Cleft it.
All right,
Or cleave
Cleaved it.
love.
Cleaved it.
Yinmu.
Love.
It's your turn. It's your time to shine, my
Clave.
friend.
Clave. That's a good one too. I like
Although
that.
honestly, I look over here. I'm like, oh hey, this is going so much better than our fight against, than our last fight.
Oh man.
So I mean, it seems like they've got this pretty well in hand. But I mean, I guess I could try and hit this goal. Can I get in a position to?
Yeah, we've also bottlenecked Yinmu out.
You'd be you would have to roll at disadvantage because you'd be trying to hit him around a corner, basically.
Could I walk over where the other goal was?
You can move through your compatriots though. So if you want to actually move, like if you want to walk through Thistle and move like here, you could do that. I don't know if you want to, but you could.
I guess I can. It seems like we're winning this already. Surely this will never go poorly. Me walking into melee has never done terrible things before. I've got to prove myself after going down last time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you did pretty well last time. I mean,
What
you're
is
the
a
only one who
yuppie
landed
druid?
it
Alright,
correctly.
so if I can, I would like to bonus action shillelagh my other baton.
No problem.
Pull it out, walk up, and we'll see if we can't.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I need to use my bonus action to do my second attack. So that's fine. I'll just whack him with the one,
Okay.
or attempt to.
When you move into the ghoul's range, as a reaction, before you can even attack on him, he reaches out with a hand and grabs you by the wrist.
Uh-oh.
Rude.
Oh no.
He looks at you and he says in this raspy voice of death, and by the way, his breath is the worst thing you've ever smelled in your entire life. He says, Yenmu, the Lady of Worms, sends her regards. And this huge black cloud of smoke shoots out. Calf, Thistle, and Yenmu, will you guys please give me Constitution saving throws?
That was a good game. I was a little more cohesive on our attack planning tonight too.
We did great.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Those ghouls didn't stand a chance.
You did. I actually expected that to be a harder battle. You guys, you got some lucky rolls, but you also planned really well. I was impressed.
Yes.
And then Jinmu walked in and blew up a goal. Jinmu walks in and bad things happen. That's kind of how things work.
Your shtick.
Just like, nothing could go wrong. Let's go.